And look, let's first talk about that subway safety plan that the governor and the mayor rolled out. It calls for 1,200 additional overtime shifts for NYPD officers at 300 stations across the system, in addition to unarmed MTA security guards and more cameras and more mental health facilities. Will that be enough? Well, that's still an open question, but that was on Saturday, and then the next day, 2 more violent acts on the subway, including one taking place where we are right now. Police are now very visible at the East 149th Street Grand Concourse 2, 4, and 5 train stop, less than 24 hours after a man punched a passenger from behind, knocking the 62-year-old passenger onto the tracks in a random attack, according to police. They arrested the 21-year-old suspect at the scene last night. That attack came hours after a 14-year-old was stabbed at a station in Washington Heights. And now?
Actually, no, I'm not going to be riding as much. If I could walk it, I'm going to walk it.
Caress Gonzalez is among subway passengers feeling less safe riding the train as felony crime on mass transit rises, more than 40% from a year ago. But another thing that's increased since then is ridership. The MTA today reported an increase in average ridership in September to more than 3.4 million people a day, with one Saturday in the month having the highest Saturday ridership since the pandemic began.
1 out of every 500,000 people are, experiencing some kind of serious victimization each day.
Christopher Herman is the former crime analyst supervisor at the NYPD and now a professor at John Jay College. He says he takes the rise in crime seriously. However,
you have a much better chance of winning the pick 4 than you do getting victimized on the subway every day.
Many riders we met agreed.
I feel safe riding the trains. I don't have no problem riding the train. I still have to get around, and this is my only means, so I don't mind taking the train.
We don't want people to get too overconfident. And this is what's happening.
The head of the advocacy group Passengers United explains why they're launching what they call a state of emergency campaign. They say too many crimes are happening when passengers least expect it. The crime stats expert agrees.
The issue really for subway riders, including myself, who takes the subway, is it's the randomness problem of the victimization.
And the subway chief, the chief of transit on the NYPD, Jason Wilcox, today said that he's adding 63 more new recruits from the police academy who'll be patrolling the subways right away.